All right, Leo, thank you guys for being here with me today. I know it's been a little bit. I actually did record just about every single day since I've been gone, but it just didn't feel right, and I can't do that, you know what I mean? It's either right or it's not right, and it wasn't. So I said we'll get back on here when I feel the energy is right. There you go. There's a lot we have to talk about and cover in this message. I'm also like, I have so much to do today. I literally have so many errands to run, so I'm trying not to rush. If I do and I have to, and we gotta get off here and I have more to say, we'll get back on here and do a second part or add it on to this video. But that scream, by the way, there are kids playing outside, my neighbor's children. But one of the things I wanted to talk about is be just really hyper vigilant during this time. I know there's some crazy stuff going on. There's a lot going on, actually. I mean, it's very hard to not get into it. In fact, every time I do get into it, I go ahead and erase it because I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to step back. I ain't going to say nothing. But some things you may have to say something to, like, especially when it comes to your own life, your own children, and yourself, especially if you're a woman. Watch your back the next few days, especially if you're seeing this, and today is like the 15th. Whenever I post it, hopefully I get it posted. Yep, the 15th. From now until the 22nd, I'm not kidding. Like, really watch yourself, watch your children, tell your siblings to watch your nieces and nephews or whoever, your neighbors, to watch their kids. They could be in the back and the kids are playing in the front. Like, just be really careful, because I just had a weird experience with about 7 men. And when I had my daughters and we were out in a public place, and I'm like, don't discredit your feelings, don't discredit your gut, especially as an adult or a parent yourself. If you are, even if you're not, just like, if you feel some kind of way, it doesn't matter if you offend anybody because you have to move, or what are they going to think about it if you get up and walk away or something. Will they be offended? It doesn't matter. Like, you're protecting yourself. It has nothing to do with people getting offended. I could get into why I'm talking about that, but that's not really the message. I just wanted to throw that in here. I think it's important. I think somebody needed it, and there's a reason we didn't put the message out before now. So be careful if you're getting out, especially if you're not prone to get out a lot. You know what I mean? Other than to go places that you need to go, like appointments and stuff. I'm on the edge of my seat, by the way. I'm sitting very straight up. I do have shoes on, so I didn't want to sit back in the chair like I usually do. And hopefully soon I'll be getting a new chair, something much smaller, more comfortable, and I can move it around. But yeah, so be hyper vigilant. Be very watchful, especially because I don't know what this is, but there's something about people's like sexual energy, and people whom are just, I don't want to use the word predator because I think animal, but maybe people will be acting more animalistic in the near future. Like, I'm serious, during this time, even just more prone to want to, I don't know, harm someone, get in their feelings, get offended, want to fight, want to, and that can come out as sexual aggression too. So just watch. Okay. That being said, be sure not to also get overheated during this time. It's really hot. There could be several heat advisories out for you guys. So just be careful for that. But aside from that, the message, I actually wrote it down, what I was getting. But yeah, I was like, man, there's so much to freaking talk about. I don't even know what to do. It's like, it's a lot. Okay, void of course moon. We could see when the void of course moon is today, but it's not going to do any good because it can be like every day or every other day, every other day, but there's usually a period of time where we have the void of course moon. And when we have a void of course moon, that's typically where you kind of just want to lay low on things. And that was what I was getting for you guys actually yesterday when I was sitting with your energy. It had to do with somebody here, unless it's reversed, but Leo or cross watcher, it's like somebody here has been quiet on you, or they have they're not saying a lot, or they haven't said a lot. Unless this is you, again, I want to say that and make sure I make that known, because it could be reversed. But it's because someone's going through a type of void of course moon. It doesn't mean it's actually a void of course moon or whatever, but It is just that energy of someone here, they've needed this time. Like they needed the separation, they needed to go quiet, they needed it. Either it's because they've got a lot going on, or like they're spiritually going through a lot. I don't know. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. So in the period that you have not heard from someone or spoken to them, or they haven't spoken to you, it could have even been a while, like much longer than a void of course moon would be. That duration would be longer, like years even. I would say the reason that this has happened is because everything has like a resting period, right? Everything needs to rest, even we do. So it's almost like somebody had to get their mind right, get their life right, get better, get well, something like that. They had to take time to think about something. Some of you may even think that you said something wrong, vice versa. You know, you may, did I say something wrong? Did I say too much? Did I creep them out? Did I weird them out? Push them away? No, it's somebody's going through a lot. It could be seriously what's going on astrologically, or it could be just like their own personal life things that are going on, and maybe they're, I don't know, it could be what's going on politically, and they just want to, there's just a lot, you know, everybody's going through a lot of shit right now. So I wouldn't think too much into anything, I would say. And whatever period of break, however long, that you've had from hearing from somebody, I think that it was much needed. Because in that time, this individual has gotten to think a lot. And it may not have anything to do with you. Some of you it absolutely does. But some of you it doesn't. It's just about their own life. Like, you could call it healing. Someone here had to go and do some healing. I definitely sense that here, and it's worked. Someone has done quite a great deal of healing. In fact, if this has been a long period of time, whatever you consider long, by the time you actually do hear from someone again, it may be as if they're a completely different person, or by the time they hear from you, like maybe you're the one that reaches out, but they're just really different than when you originally knew them. And it's probably because they went through a massive, I'm hearing, overhaul. It may be the both of you have, you know. If this is a newer connection, meaning you haven't known each other very long, or it's just getting kind of kicking off, friendship, love, whatever, it's just going to continue to get stronger because you guys take that like void of course moon energy. You take those periods of separation, which is fucking healthy, you know, not talking all the time, not saying stuck up each other's ass all the time. Like, that's very unhealthy. And you're hearing it from me, okay? I used to be one of the most codependent bitches ever. Like, I'm not even kidding. You would think I was like, I don't know, I had something different. I don't even know what my damn chart is. I'll never know what my chart is. In fact, I can't stop saying that, but sometimes I feel like a fucking alien for not knowing my chart, because everybody makes it such a big deal that they know their chart. And then part of me is kind of glad. I feel like I wasn't meant to. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way to find out. Even the hospital's not there anymore. So because there's no way to find out what my birth chart is, my time of birth from being adopted and not knowing, it's not on my birth certificate, nothing. It's like, I kind of like it. I like that no one can really understand me, and nor can I look too deep into myself and be like, this is exactly what's going to happen. I kind of like that I don't know, you know. But I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent. It must have something to do with this message here. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's like you don't know how something's going to go, but right now it's just, it's nice. It's nice to kind of just flow with it. Now, maybe that's also someone else here. Like, maybe someone's thinking about reaching out. You know, could be you, could be them, somebody here, and they're thinking, I don't know how this is going to go. Or this is you thinking, I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know what's going to happen here. And it's like, well, what is that saying? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. My finger is itching. I'm just sitting here like itching it like a weirdo. Yeah, so someone's going to shoot their shot. Oh, well, that's probably not too soon here. Too soon, Spirit. It's not a good... It's definitely, yeah. There also may be something here that's a sensitive subject. I don't know, something to do with a sensitive subject. And something about that, but so yeah, you've got someone who they have been thinking a lot, however long it's been, a couple days, couple hours, 24 hours, 3 years, 5 years, 2 months, 1 year, 6 months, I don't know, 8 hours, they've been thinking, and maybe somebody's even receiving a little bit of their own justice, especially if this is someone who's done wrong against you, to you, whether you knew about it or not, you know, vice versa. Somebody here could be going through like some sort of turmoil. Avoided course moon would also imply that if anyone has done any type of magic on you, whether you knew it or not, it was bad timing, you know. One, it's like almost like backfiring. I hate to use this reference because, again, too soon, but you know, kind of like what happened the other day, and then innocent people lost their lives. But the guy who died, I don't even want to get into it. I don't want to get into it because I have strong intuition on what the fuck's going on here. But see, that's what I'm saying. You got a sensitive subject. You can't say anything. Plus, you get the government watching you and shutting down your videos and shit in your posts. So, not that it's happened to me, but anyways, like whatever, man. Y'all do you. Just keep on doing you. Nobody sees, nobody knows. As I was saying, you know, that would be like if somebody intends for a bullet to hit you, but instead they get shot dead or something. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anybody's going to pass, but what I'm saying is if anyone did anything, like actually magically against you, or had someone else do it or something, I don't know, but it was during a void of course moon, even if they don't realize that it was, and or because of the justice that they have over their head for their own wrongdoings, which we've all done, it was a void. It's void. It didn't work, and it's not only is it not working, but it's like checks and balances or something. It's bouncing back onto them, so they're going to have to answer for this. And yeah, so somebody here could be almost like facing their own demons during this time for just not doing right by you, you know, vice versa, unless it's entirely reversed. But this will be like somebody who did you real dirty, you know, like just real dirty, and then continually did you dirty. Like it's not just enough to like do whatever they did or whatever they didn't do for that matter, but then to like slander you, you know what I mean? Like if you were slandered in any way, you know, there's that. Some of you also need to watch some of your family members. You have some family members here that no, absolutely not. And it's time to put your foot down. If you haven't already, it's time to put your foot down. You probably have. I would say you probably have. And they know, but they don't like this. We're all gonna answer, all of us. So, but especially for those who just have really bad, fucked up intentions. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just we've had to answer too when we've not had great intentions, and we've all been there. You know, I used to be a mess. So, but yeah. So you've got mixed bag of messages here. You've got, I would say lay low. I would say lay low. Continue laying low. Sit back and kind of do you. If you feel like you need to get more sleep during this time, get more rest. That's what I've been doing. I've been trying to catch up on sleep. Now, you may find that sleep is not so easy, though, because it hasn't been for me. So it may not be that easy when it's time to come and, you know, all is said and done and lay down and go to bed. You may not, it's just maybe, I don't know what it is. You just can't shut your mind off. Could be too many, like, caffeinated drinks earlier in the day or too late in the afternoon. But also it could just be, could be something going on in the planets. I don't know. But yeah, even if not, if you're able to catch a cat nap whenever you can, go ahead and get that nap in. I think it's going to be good for you. Sleep is always good, even if it's just 30 minutes to an hour. It's like a tease, but it's better than nothing, and it'll help you mentally be able to kind of function. You may be even experiencing some sort of brain fog, you know, like feeling just kind of, I don't know, a little bit of brain frogsy. Frogs, something to do with frogs. You'll be seeing frogs in the near future. Confirmation about something here. If you want confirmation, you'll be seeing signs of frogs. CDC, something also about the CDC, whatever that is. Isn't that food? Something to do with food. So anyways, yeah, I think that's what we've got here. What are we at? Yeah, all right. So, Yeah, I would lay low. Lay low if you feel like painting. If you're a painter, I know. Shout out to Alyssa. Shout out to Yanni. Shout out to Rilla. If you feel like painting or drawing or writing or getting into your music, especially if you feel like doing something again that you haven't done in a while, sewing, crocheting, cross stitching. I don't give a fuck what it is. You know, do it. Do it. Hair. I'm hearing braiding. Somebody's considering getting their braiding license or something. Braiding, Brandon, braiding. So yeah, maybe even something to do with hair, changing the hair. Whatever will make you feel good. Whatever will make you feel good and kind of get your mind through the fog phase, because there is some fog going on, and if you're not the one experiencing it, it's the person on the outside of you. Somebody is. It's somebody that's quiet. You haven't heard from them. I don't know how long it's been. It doesn't have to be that long at all, but some of you it's been a long time, and you'd be surprised how much shit somebody's going through, and especially if they tried to hurt you. I mean, like, intentionally didn't give a fuck about what was going on with you and how they made you feel. If they intentionally tried to hurt you, and slander is a big one here. If anyone tried to slander you and has been consistently really trying to slander you and turning a blind eye when you were in pain, they're going to have to serve. It's like their turn. That's what I'm hearing. And we're not going to laugh at that either, because we've been there. You know what I mean? You don't want it to keep repeating. Some of you also, there's something about a vehicle, like check on your vehicle. Service your vehicle. If you're needing anything done, which absolutely, check the windshield wipers, check the oil, check the filter, check the gas cap, check the tires, tire pressure, your signal, your lights. Just something to do with servicing a vehicle. It doesn't have to be a car or a truck. It could be any type of vehicle, motor vehicle that you drive. Could even have to do something with air, heating and air. But that could also just be in a home, in a living situation. It could be like, it's like super fucking hot, right? I just get that the fucking heat is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. So yeah, there's a lot of changes that are going to be coming. I feel it. It's very strong here. Like a whole lot of changes, and not just worldwide, but in general, especially on a personal level for you. You may be aware of these changes, or you're not completely aware of them, but they're not necessarily bad. It's just a whole lot of changes at one time, and some of them you may know, like the idea, like the basis of what the change is or what the change could possibly be, but it's just it's going to be a process, is how I'm hearing it. Like there will be a process. There will be a long process, but it could be something that will definitely be worth it in the end. It's just a matter of getting through the fucking process. That's kind of what it is. Like, you know, that could be kind of rough, possibly. But aside from that, and having to have patience during that time, that can be annoying. But once you get through the process, the healing period or waiting period, something. So that's what I'm getting. All right, guys, thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.